Welcome to our October Imagine Meetup. Woo! In our new virtual world GatherTown. I don't know how many of you have used GatherTown before, but it's very cute, very fun, like a new take on Zoom, I think. So Jackie's just going to get us started with a few intro slides just to sort of explain what Imagine Meetups are and explain our topic, and then we're going to go right into Carlos's presentation.
Can you guys see my screen? I cannot see you guys, so it would be best if Anna,
yes.
Is everything okay?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, awesome. So I'll get started. Hello, hey guys. So just a quick heads up, we'll be starting this meeting by holding a presentation in this room, and then we'll be doing like a divergent thinking workshop in a next room, and we'll tell y'all where that room is. So we'll do a little bit of shifting. Just to get that GatherTown experience. And welcome to our virtual Imagine Lab. So where we strive to discover, demo, and discuss. So this is Texas Moody's College Central Hub for Innovation and Entrepreneurship.
So my name is Anna Pickett. I am a senior student in the Youth and Community Studies department.
And my name is Sue. I am a junior advertising major. Oh no, am I lagging a little bit? My name is Jackie and I'm a junior advertising major. So we are both TXI explorers who work to combine audience, storytelling, and emerging technology to solve real-world problems and construct authentic and memorable user experiences. Within TXI, we are on the events committee who is in charge of these Imagine Meetups.
So basically, Imagine Meetups are a monthly meeting where we imagine the possibilities of when immersive technology meets something in our daily life to transform the future and the present as we know it. Some of our past topics have included Imagine where food meets immersive entertainment and Imagine where healthcare meets AI. As part of our shift to virtual meetings, we wanted to demo some different virtual worlds. Thus, we are in GatherTown for this virtual meeting.
Awesome. And this specific meetup is the topic of tourism meets AR, VR. We'll dive into the incredible potential that these emerging technologies have on the ability to travel the world, which has been extremely prevalent in the current situation we are in. So tourism is typically when we travel away from home and is something that includes the need for hotels, transportation, and general planning, whether that be for leisure, business, and/or education purposes.
So with the rise of the COVID-19 pandemic, it's increasingly been harder to travel or do activities outside of the house. Because of this, we have been turning to technology to satisfy our desires to explore. VR and AR have already made an impact on the tourism industry with AR museum apps, VR destination videos, and many more examples. So how will the shift away from traveling and the rise of emerging technologies in these spaces affect how the tourism industry will continue operating? Speaking today on where tourism meets AR/VR is Carlos Ochoa, founder and CEO of One Digital Consulting, president of the Madrid chapter of the AR/VR Association, and global co-chair of the AR/VR Association Education Committee. Carlos is well-versed in how extended reality can shape our daily lives.
Okay, thank you very much. It's really a pleasure for me to be here with all of you. Believe me, it's not only a sentence or a word. I'm really happy to see how many people is really interested about the immersive technologies and how you can use these technologies in different real life situations, like for instance in tourism. And I would like to share with you some ideas, the things that you can do with these technologies and how we can work together with some practices and exercises once the presentation is finished. I think this could be one of the most excited experience during this day. So, okay, well, I go direct to the presentation. Well, when we talk about, we try to identify the most strategic technology trends in the near future, everything has changed during the last 6 months. And just today I was making a lot of changes in my blog because I saw that everything concerning to mega trends, innovation has to change very, very fast. And I think that today we have a very good opportunity to talk about that, because you are the only ones who has in their hands the opportunity to change the world in the way that we need to accelerate all of these processes. So we cannot continue to make the things, or to expect that the things will be as useful as they were in the past. So we need to change the rules, and we need to change the things that we did in the past. So when we talk about the new trends, everything is leading with human augmentation, hyper-automation, autonomous things. So there is let's say, a complexity wall of permanent change. And this is something that will be with us just for the rest of our lives. So one thing is, I'm really a fan of the virtual reality films since Jurassic Park or Real Player One or the new Avatar. So the way that you can imagine that the world will be developed in the near future, and how you can lead with all these trends. So one thing is that these technologies, I'm sure they're going to change the way that we can understand the business as it was in the past. But we have to find the way how to provide value for this environment. There are a lot of studies from different consultancies where they see the opportunities and the benefits of the immersive technologies in the different ways, And what I would like to share with you is what can we do with all these technologies in this specific part, talking about tourism. Well, we can see that right now everything is changing, and in Europe it's changing dramatically. Today I received an email from Online Educa, which is one of the biggest e-learning congresses in Europe, in Berlin, that was cancelled, that will be in Berlin because the pandemic. And everything is stopped again, like it was just 6 months ago. And the impact in the travel and tourism is really terrible, because there are a lot of amount of money and employment around this business. So how it's going to impact in near future, and how we can promote just to recover from this situation in the way that the things has to change. Because one thing is, the situation is terrible, but one thing is really positive is that the situation, because the flights there just stopped, is the volume of the heat of the temperature of the planet is a little bit safe or better than it was just 6 months ago, but it's not good enough. So in any case, if we see the map of the world according to the World Tourism Organization, we can see that the world is stopped. And thanks to this immersive technology, we have the opportunity to fly around the world and to look for new ways of how to promote different destinations in the different way of making business. I'm not talking about the future as, let's say, an ecosphere where we are going to be inside a bubble and we are going to move around this place. This could be really a drama, but it seems that we are going to live in the near future in a permanent pandemic situation. But I don't think it will be in that way. So the thing is that the future of tourism will change, and will change a lot. So just a second, because it's going to very, very fast. Yes, 1 second. Yes, we are here. So according to the Forbes, for instance, there were a lot of studies where the different hotels organizations were trying to implement the immersive technologies in the way that you can experiment the experience of travel, the experience of being there in the different destinations. But this was something that started, let's say, more than 20 years ago, just with the 360 pictures, 360 videos, trying to replicate the experience to engage the potential citizens or the potential of the future tourists. But the thing is that there are different part of the global ecosystem that can be improved and where the technologies can provide a lot of value. I will try to focus on three main aspects, and this could be part of the final exercise. One thing is that the hotels are really complex organizations, and if you see in some web pages what are the most investment talking about the training on the services, most of the programs are focused on the let's say management, and not too many about the staff. Why? Because the staff used to be hired from external companies. It's some kind of service that it used to be outsourced. But when you go to the hotel, one part of the main value or contact is the personal contact with the people that are in the reception, doing the rooms and whatever. And this is the most important part of the staff loyalty and brand reputation. So this is something that we have to take care, and we can see how we can provide value in this part of the services. So, and this is something that many hotels and many tourism offices and companies forget, is the importance and the relevance of the first impression, how to impact when you go to the hotel and when you talk, or would you go to the web page and you want to share the experience in the way you want to engage the customers. And this is something that you can get from the very beginning, and this is very important. So one thing is to engage, another thing is to retain, and how to share the experience with the potential customers. So we are going to talk about all these issues. Well, there are some, let's say, top hotels, organizations that have been just starting to work with virtual reality experiences, offering some services for the citizens or the tourists. But the results were not very, very good, because at the end we're like trying to provide some services, like to see videos or some games without any context. And this is something that really the impact in the customer is not very important. But let's focus in three main aspects. One thing is how I can sell, or I can promote an area and a space and environment just to selling, or trying to share the experiences that you are going to experience in the destination, promoting some values, like, for instance, cultural heritage, smart places, the quality, the seashore, the quality, the society, the social environment, the culture, all these very important aspects that are more than sun, calm, and relaxed. So at the end today, the customers are looking for more brand quality and added value services. The other thing is, when you are in the hotel, in the destination, what are you going to find there? Many people go there and don't know what's going on around, let's say, some kilometers, 10 kilometers around the area. They just arrive to the sea and don't know anything about the culture. They don't know anything about the civilization, the language, the the food or whatever. So, and this is very important, how you can create this impact in the customer experience. And the other thing is how you can empower the brand of of the services, of the people, the staff. And these are the three main things that we are going to focus on the presentation. So first of all is owner engagement. What can we do for the owner engagement from the very beginning? Okay, thanks to virtual reality and immersive technology, you can recreate an amazing place with the technology. You can create and you can experiment with different part of the hotels. You can adapt the hotel, the lights, the environment, the ambience, just to the demand on the needs of the customer. And this is something that you can do from the very beginning. So first point is customer engagement. With this, you can recreate the room, the spaces, and everything you want, and you can do it very, very, very fast. And according to that, you can also change the environment according to different seasons. For instance, imagine that you can recreate the lights or the different environments and the ambience in summer, in winter, spring. So you can go to the hotel in different during different period of seasons, and you can see or you can feel different perceptions and different activities, which is really amazing.
No.
It's just this. You cannot hear me?
Now I can hear you, and it's not scratchy. So thank you. Thanks. That works.
Okay.
Oh, much better.
Okay.
Much better. Thank you.
Okay. It was something from other part of from another guy, because I was hearing just the same scratching as well. But okay, somebody maybe switch off the mic. Okay. The second point is building empathy. This is very important. And this is something that now, because the COVID, it's very complex to build empathy, but it's part of the immersive technology, how we can create that. So in the way that we can train the staff just to create this atmosphere in the way that we can provide more value to the different customers just before and after they came to the hotel. The immersive training, well, this is really an amazing approach. Just focus on the training. Imagine that today you want to live the experience to go
Carlos.
to the
Sorry, Carlos.
binary.
I'm so sorry for interrupting again. Can you put back your slides? Because we've lost them when we fixed your mic.
Okay,
no worries.
sorry.
It's a new platform, so we're all learning.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you.
Get it. Okay, welcome. So immersive training is in the way that we want to train all the people around our brand at the same time with the same technology. In that way, we can say that it's the same if you go to the States, to Russia, to India, wherever, you are going to have the same level of quality of the people, of the staff, which is very relevant. And you can see if the clean, the safe environment, the atmosphere is almost perfect. And this is something that has to be key for the new reality, because when normality, we said, because we're talking about the future of travel, you have to be sure that you are going to go or you are going to stay in a safe environment and very clean environment. And now this is a very good opportunity to share all those values thanks to this immersive technology. So you have the opportunity to train all the staff with the best technology at the same level of quality. And the good news is that they can, let's say, train at home. So they don't need to be really at the hotels, so they can train, they can take their headset in every place at every moment, and they can interact with the community and interact with another staff in other countries and in other hotels and wherever. So this is something very important, how to define a perfect, a top quality training staff program. So the other thing is the virtual experience. When we talk about the virtual experience, we can imagine, I will give you some ideas and you are going to work on that. The thing is, previous to the travel, you can make a virtual journey using different technologies or different tools. You can go to museums, you can go to a virtual hotel, and you can stay in the different rooms, and then you can choose the rooms, and you can try the different travels, places or services around this. Or the other thing is that once you are there, you can experience with different areas of the hotel where you can book your place at the same time that you are experienced with that. Imagine that instead to have this flat screen with the really board services that are providing right now the hotels, you have an immersive headset provided by the hotel, and then you can interact and experience, and then you can book the place wherever you want. This is something that is really focused on young people, because young people are used to look for innovative solutions and new ideas in the way that they want to experiment with that. And for sure, there are many different profiles or profiles, business opportunities around this. Okay, you can as well create your virtual events, and you can create your virtual events in the virtual hotel or in your hotel as well, or you can make a blended event. Imagine that you are in this place as we are right now, but some people is located all together in a place in the hotel, and some people around the world are like we are here in this virtual environment, sharing their experiences in talking about training or how to improve the quality of some services, or the best cases opportunities. So we are going to talk about a lot of resources. We have a lot of technologies that we can interact with. So we can work with 360 videos. We can work with immersive interactive videos. We can recreate experiences. We can interact with information in real time. We can integrate assets from different environments, and we can put it in a different context. I will share for you at this moment. Well, I will tell you something. Well, as I told before, I'm going to finish my presentation. One thing is very important, and this was said by Albert Einstein. I used to say that one time and another every single day. The world as we have created is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. So the new reality cannot be as it was 6 months, 9 months ago. So everything is changing, and you are the ones who has to think in other way to change the world and to make a world more equality, more sustainable, and environment friendly. So there are a lot of opportunities to work on that, and the time is now. Okay, so now we go to the creative space. I will share with you this experience. Okay. Imagine that you want to present an experience around a place in the world. In this case, it's a virtual environment platform where you can move around this place, and you can see some screens, some objects around this place. And this is just a place. It's a small city, which is like a museum city in Spain, that the name is Cuenca. And what we did was we recreated the Islamic city of Cuenca. It was a project that it took us around 1 year to rebuild the complete city. And when you are here, you can interact with all these things. But I want to see why this city was built in this place by the Muslims, and what are their interconnections between the Muslims in the region, the Muslims in the world, the interaction between the timeline, what's happened around the world, around society, culture, music, medicines, and whatever. So I want to learn more about the culture. And everything was put in here. For instance, then we recreated everything. Well, this is a culture, a heritage place. Here, you can move. You have the link in the final page, so you can interact with this. This is an open platform where you can be inside with VR devices, or you can be in the flat screen. So you will see the city. And what we did to develop this environment is to put everything into the context, just in the way that you have the environment, the atmosphere, the music in an immersive environment. So you can walk around all the ancient spaces. You can feel the culture that happened more than 1,000 years ago. So if you want to see this place, this context in the world, then you can go to the Google Earth environment in VR, and you have this, and you can interact with this application in real time. At the same time, you have here some objects, and the connection of the objects. This is a chess piece. This is astronomical. This is a laud, which is an instrument, a musical instrument, and all those pieces are connected to the inventions that were developed for the Muslims in this part of the area, and the connection between Persia, and the Peninsula Iberica. In the other hand, you have here an ebook where you can see in the timeline the interaction between the different parts of the region and the connection with the reality. So in that way, you can understand the impact of the Muslim culture during more than 800 years that they stayed in the Peninsula Iberica. So in this part, you can see a map where we recreate all the different parts of the Asian city, and you have different 360 videos around the different places. So you can see the evolution of the city during the last years, and you can see how it looks like in the present days. For instance, if I go here you have the 360 video that you can manipulate, and then you can see the different part of the cities. It's going really slow. And you can see here the hanging houses that were built in the rocks. This is it's not a picture, this is a video. So you can hear the birds, the wind, and the atmosphere around this place. So you can interact with everything in real time with this experience. So the thing that I want to show you is the opportunity to recreate and to create a real atmosphere, a place, where you can share with the community all this potential to present to the audience. Okay.